Hello, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Liran Hirschkorn. I'm the CEO, founder of Incrementum Digital. I'm joined by Mansoor Narazi, who is our director of advertising. We're going to talk about Black Friday, Cyber Monday, getting ready, what to do before. So, thinking about kind of like now, leading up to Black Friday, Cyber Monday, what to do during, and then what to do after. Okay, so Mansoor, maybe you can take us through some of these foundational items and what you need to do first. And I guess, we all think about the sort of marketing side, but inventory, right, is obviously really important.
Yeah, for sure. So inventory is the most important thing, and everyone knows. Because if you don't have inventory, or if you get out of the stock, like there is no deal or no planning. And I would recommend that for inventory planning, which sometimes it could be complex. You can just go back to your historical data from last year. And then you're talking about inventory planning. You're not just talking about Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You have to plan the whole Q4. On top of that, for many of you guys that supplying from China, you know that there will be a Chinese holiday New Year as well. So you need to even
Right.
plan your inventory for few months after in 2025. So that's how you have to look at it. Make sure you are looking the trend of the last year, as many months that you need to forward to supply your products. Make sure you have ordered. It is here in the US and you're sending to Amazon. Plus, uh, keep that in mind that when you are planning this, just don't go with last year because you have year over year growth. So it is very important, very crucial to know that you adding some percentage. And for that some percentage, the best way to look at it is that, okay, what has been happening for Q2, Q1, Q3? Based on that, you get an idea. Or if you're planning in Q3 for Q4, look at on Q1, Q2, what percentage increase you see in the market compared to early 2023. Add that percentage to your historical data that you are calculating.
Right. And obviously it's important to understand what your inventory situation is to decide if you want to run deals, right, for the weekend or not. Because if you think that you're going to sell all your stock, in December, or sell a lot of your stock in December without discounting, then, maybe you shouldn't run a promotion, right, over the weekend. You should only do that if you have the stock available to, if you have enough stock that you won't run out of stock anyway, in December. So yeah, so then talking about that, let's talk a little bit about the different types of promotions that are available for you over that weekend.
We have our Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals that could run. Actually, I'm not sure if it's 7 days or not now, but you gotta. I would say the best deal is that Black Friday, Cyber Monday lightning deal that you could run, and there's a deadline for that. You gotta make sure you are looking at that deadline, which by now it is past, so it is
Right.
late for that. And you have to, what I do actually consistently for my own brand is that every week I go to the deals page to see what deals are available for me and what I want to run. That's why I usually don't kind of miss the deals for these events, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or even Prime Days. So that's something that you got to check consistently. Run the deal. I would say even lightning deal. I try to run lightning deals every month, once a month or twice a month. But for this deals, for the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you got to make sure you run that. And if you miss the deadline, don't worry about that. Prime exclusive discount is that another thing that there is when you go there, there is that option that are you running this for Black Friday, Cyber Monday? And when you click on that, and you run for that event, the badge that you are getting is pretty similar. Other than that, and the only downside is that it's gonna be running only for Prime members. Yeah. Other than that, if you miss both, you have the coupons, which I don't think the coupon is as good as having the badge for Prime for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And yeah, that's about coupons and deals. But
Yeah.
as far as I know, the Prime exclusive deal that is running for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, for instance, for Prime Day, I was able to run it at the same day. One time I missed it, and when I went to that dashboard, I was able to run that deal for the same day, and I got the badge same as other Black
Right.
Friday Cyber
Yeah.
days deals.
You can run those up until the day of Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You can just add it any time, and a lot of people run those anyway. Also, one of the benefits is that you're not paying a big fee to run those, unlike the 7-day deals or the lightning deals that have a fee associated with them. You get this nice badge, and it's a much, like Mansoor said, it's a much nicer badge than the, or more prominent badge than the coupon. And one of the things that you want to do is you want to, first of all, you have this, like, also Amazon. I'm going into the app now, right? And it's saying deals are already starting like November 21st or something. So like you have actually like Amazon starts to really show deals. Like, I'm opening the app now, and I have, yeah, Black Friday week, November 21st to 29th. So Amazon already, like, deals are starting earlier. And so there's going to be a lot of traffic to the site already leading up to Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So you may even want to, incorporate those coupons earlier in order to take advantage of that traffic. I noticed I bought one thing already that I was kind of looking to buy for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And I went to I went to Amazon. They didn't have any deal on it. Then I went to the company website, and they already had early Black Friday deals, and I was able to get a coupon and buy it. So, it seems like already like a week before the deals are starting. So you can take advantage of that traffic with already either just having, Prime exclusive coupons, or, taking advantage of this, traffic and all this traffic that's coming in. One of the things you'll want to do is, make sure that you are also setting up like retargeting. If it makes sense for your brand, you could do it either with sponsored display ads, which the nice thing about sponsored display ads is that you can do it on a cost per click method, which is really nice, as opposed to cost per impressions. And then you can sort of capture that traffic, even, make sure your ads are showing if they didn't buy leading up, or even Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and capture that traffic, after. So you want to prioritize the traffic the week of leading up to, and then making sure you're capturing that market share. Amir, you're asking how to create those offers. There's a section of Seller Central that has a Prime exclusive.
Yeah, it's under advertising. If you go to advertising, there is this option for, actually, I'm right here looking at it to make sure yes, under advertising, there is Prime exclusive discounts. If you go there, you can create the discount, the deal. And there is one option when you create that exclusive discount, there is one option that asks you, is this for Black Friday, Cyber Monday or not?
Yeah, yeah. And so, Mansoor, what do you? I mean, what do you generally recommend that people start adding these coupons already, ahead of time? Because with the
Great.
deals, with the
Actually,
deals and stuff, Amazon has, like, when you set up the deals, Amazon doesn't give you necessarily the date, right? And your deal can, until closer to the time,
right.
your deal can actually run the week of, or it can run the day of Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But yeah, how would you, what would you be recommending?
Well, actually, someone here that's interestingly from, I see LinkedIn user, I don't know who it is, that mentioned that you need to, good to have coupons between 21st until Thanksgiving. It is a great call out that I wanted also to mention that you need to add 5%, 10% discount before Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And the reason for that is that, first of all, you grab the attention of the customer. Even if they don't want to purchase, they might be browsing. They could see that is a attention grabbing badge. They see your product, they add it to cart. And during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, if you have deals, they would purchase. So my recommendation is, for sure, run 5%, 10% coupon code, and let the kind of lead with that to your Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And then we're going to talk about that when we are during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you have your deals for that event.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think there's going to be people, a lot of people that are looking to buy stuff are going to end up I mean, a lot of people will buy it over that weekend, but there are going to be people that are buying already before just because of the deal. So you want to
Right.
like try to, try to get their attention. And one thing also wanted to mention is that generally, I'm sorry, I think we've seen from our data that actually Black Friday is a stronger day than Cyber Monday, right? Is that, I think it's something you
Black Friday, the numbers are higher. That's why even we talk about the spend budget. We give more budget for Black Friday compared to Cyber Monday.
Okay, great. Okay, so we'll get into that and we'll talk about budgeting. Let's go back to that list here. Okay, so we talk about promotion planning ahead of time. Let's talk a little bit about like A/B testing, budget allocation. What would you say what would you recommend to test,
So
leading up?
I would say something that don't do it for sure. Avoid doing it. It is A/B testing very close to Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Never do it. And the reason is that, especially during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, avoid 100% of any A/B testing or closer to the date because you never know, right? You might end up, for instance, trying A/B testing a main image, secondary image, A+ content, or whatever it is, or even it could be your title. And something gets triggered on Amazon and suppresses your listing. That is why never do these A/B testing close to any event. And what you need to do is that few weeks before, months before, start doing A/B testing, making sure you have optimized for conversion rate, for click-through rate, which is something this is ongoing, right? We have added here to pre-Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but it's something ongoing you got to do consistently to get the best results. But for sure, make sure to avoid when you are closer to the event.
Yeah, it's funny. Even Amazon is afraid to make like coding and different things into the console before Black Friday, Cyber Monday. They're afraid to mess things up. I'll give you an example. I spoke to Amazon this week, and we're talking about this new ads on the sponsored ads where you can boost the bid to show your ads on top of search for business customers, for Amazon business customers, and it was supposed to launch on October 31st, and then Amazon decided, no, we're not going to do any coding before Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So we're going to roll this out like, excuse me, we're going to roll this out on a beta on December 2nd to some people, and then the rest will fully roll out to everyone in January. And so it's interesting. Even Amazon, they don't want to touch too many things before Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So that makes sense with the A/B testing. And yeah, don't make changes too late. Let's talk a little bit about budgeting, allocation. What would you recommend? And also, now that you already have this like deal week, I guess if you are running either Prime exclusive or if you're running any deals during the week leading up to, obviously you should already increase your budgets.
All right. So, yeah, that's a good call out. If you're running, I'll tell you what you usually do. Let's say you are just running deals only for Black Friday up to Cyber Monday. The way we do it is that few days before Black Friday, we increase the budget for products, for accounts that they have deals, right? And the reason we
Right.
do that is around 10 to 20%. And the reason we do that is that we see that traffic is there, they are browsing and they are adding to cart, right? They are getting ready. Some of them might purchase, which if you have that coupon code that we mentioned, it's a good way to get those purchases. But most of the customers, they add it to cart and they purchase during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. They are look at the deals and decide to purchase. And I can see that. I have seen this in data from advertising because we see that
Right.
advertising sales goes up pre Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but revenue doesn't go up. That is one thing that you got to consider. When I'm looking at those data for pre Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I'm not looking at the revenue because revenue is attributed to the same day, right? But
Right.
for pre Black Friday, Cyber Monday, the customers who click and they purchase, they add it to cart, they purchase, those sales goes back and gets attributed to day that they got clicked.
Right.
It could be before Black Friday,
Right.
Cyber Monday, if they haven't clicked in any other ad in your account, because
Right.
the attribution is the last click. So if they click on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, sales goes attributed there. So we increase pre-Black Friday, Cyber Monday, few days, 2 days, 3 days, increase 20% to make sure we are grabbing that. Unless if you have a 7-day deal that starts days before Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that's subjective. If you have a good deal, then
Right.
yes, for sure, go increase as much as you need. And during the day, my recommendation is that during those days, just monitor. If you see you're getting out of budget early because you have a deal, your CTR is up, you're getting more clicks and the sales coming up, make sure you are increasing more than that. So this is nothing that it is strict. Oh, you're going to go 20% few days before. It totally depends on what your deal is. If you have a deal, go more. If you know, but you are planning to have a deal for Black Friday,
Right.
Cyber Monday, go 10%. If you have absolutely no deal, you have a product that you don't want to have any deals for pre-Black Friday, Cyber Monday, we don't increase, or sometimes even we decrease the budget for those products that they are not going to have any deals.
Right. Ran is asking a good question. On the Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals, will the prime exclusive discount get suppressed if you're running it is based on the previous 30-day price. So that is a good point, regarding the deal that you're running over the weekend. So in that case, what's the best way to take advantage of that traffic? Is it maybe just add a smaller coupon?
Yeah, that's a great call out. Don't, because if you start running it, it's gonna
Right.
impact like 30 day. So yeah, running coupon. Other than that, if you do any changes in your pricing, it's gonna impact and suppress
Right.
your Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So make sure you're not messing up there.
Yeah, Amir, you're not going into deals. There should be a specific section called like prime exclusive coupons, right? Or prime exclusive discounts
Yeah.
that you're looking for. Under deals, you're only going to find 7-day, best deals and lightning deals. Okay, let's.
Brian also asking a question, if you can answer that. Are sponsored display retargeting ads typically more expensive than regular sponsored ads, manual targeting? Brian, I haven't seen any pattern there. I have seen it goes both ways, right? And at the end of the day, it's about your optimization as well. I would say I haven't seen any pattern that retargeting is more expensive than manual targeting.
Right. Yeah, and again, like I think we really want to make sure if you're running those with sponsored display, you run it on a cost per click method, not on a cost per impression method, because you're going to see some sales that get attributed to the display that maybe shouldn't be attributed to display ad if you're running it that way. Let's talk about the optimization of your store. What kind of changes should you be making across your listings, across your storefront?
First of all, you could change the look of and appearance of your store, right? Create a version that is for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or create a version which is kind of which resonates with all these holidays that coming up.
Festive.
And festive, yes. Make
Right.
that. As another point that I usually see brands don't take advantage of is creating a segment for all the products that you have a deal, or a dedicated page for products with the deals. Because imagine you're running a sponsored brand, right? And you're driving the traffic. Why not driving traffic during Black Friday, Cyber Monday to a dedicated deal page that customers not only see that product, they see all of your products that you have a deal. This way you can increase average order value. So you might be saying, oh, I don't have so many products to create a dedicated deal. You could add that widget on just even in your main page for any products that you have. So that is one thing that you could work on. And what we usually do, we are going to talk about it during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. We run all these sponsored brands with custom messaging, with the promotional messaging, and send the traffic to these deal pages.
Yeah, and definitely we see brands that have that dedicated deals page, or even have their like home, sort of like maybe they have a good banner or video or something on top, and then the bottom of their homepage becomes like all the deals that they have. One cool thing here is you see a picture of Amazon added these virtual shopping experiences for certain brands had it. I think I saw Lego had it, and some other brands had it, where you actually can come in and you're click around just like you're browsing in a store. Only some select few brands have this. But it's a pretty cool experience, and this just can be indicative of maybe where things are going to go in the future. If you imagine we're all going to be wearing some kind of like Meta glasses or Apple
Right.
glasses, and we'll be able to kind of like walk around in an experience of shopping and discovering products.
Or Phil, on something that everyone could use. I know this new Amazon AI creative. I don't remember. I can't figure
AI
out what
Studio.
they call it. AI Studio.
Yeah.
That is, I was checking the other day in terms of giving your photo and asking that, okay, make it more festive. It is
Right.
very easy hack that you can add your product, you can add your images and say, just tell that make this festive for these holidays. Try that. Maybe you don't need even a graphic editor, just by yourself and AI, you might be able to pull some of these features out.
Yep. Okay, great. So yeah, and then also, there's things obviously you could do to your main images. We see if you're selling the toys, if you're selling anything, right, like having it in a package on, underneath a Christmas tree, or right, these kind of like festive images, not just in your storefront, but also in your listings. We've seen people add like, this like red, ribbon in the corner of their images. You want to kind of position your product in the mind of the person as if it makes sense, as a potential gift item. Doesn't apply to all products, but it can apply, I think, to a lot of products. And also like incorporating, even from a keyword perspective, some of these things in like your bullets. Any like, maybe you're not using gifting keywords throughout the year, but maybe now you might. Would you say, Munster, like would it make sense to incorporate like gift for dad, gift for mom, like these kind of keywords in your title? You might not do that all year, but around this like holiday gifting season, adding those type of keywords in your title or bullets.
Yeah, for sure. I think it is very helpful to add it. Probably it's not probably it's going to help with your ranking as well. Just whatever you're doing with your title, make sure it is you're adding something at the middle or at the end. Don't do too many changes at once.
Right.
It just brings me to this point that recently a friend of mine added a kids word to the title, and Amazon suppressed the listing because it triggered something that, okay, if it's kids related, you gotta show us the test results for this product.
Yes.
So that is another thing to consider if you are
Right.
thinking about gifts for kids. Maybe you stay away from that. This is another example of you add something that you don't expect, and all of a sudden it could trigger and make your listing suppressed.
Yeah. I've seen the same thing. Like somebody had a sports and outdoor product and they added like a kids, and then Amazon required like testing for toys. And then they had to show that they actually have to remove it, and then they were able to get the product unsuppressed. You also want to make sure in the back end, if you do have something like that, that you have the age, as like, like 15 plus, or, kind of like for a higher age, and not like, 3-year-old or 2-year-old or something, and like in the age on the back end, if you run into those kind of issues. Brian's asking a good question. Changing the main image isn't considered A/B testing too late. I think it all depends, right? Like if you're adding kind of like a ribbon to your main image or something, it's not a huge fundamental change. It's just kind of more holiday, then I think that could make sense. But if you're fundamentally going to change, I think at the very least, maybe run it through like PigFu or something and see what people, adding the word gift can suppress a listing. This happened to one of our listings. That's interesting. I mean, we see it in a lot of listings. So
I haven't seen that also. Usually, I haven't seen any issue with the gift. And are you sure you just changed the gift, or you had other terms added as well?
Could be. I mean, the truth is with Amazon, you just never know something.
You never know. And that is why avoid too much of these A/B testing. Avoid A/B testing before these events.
Right. Yeah. If you're going to change that, a week before or 2 weeks before even, or longer, just to see what happens, right? You have enough time to try to like recover from it. Okay, let's go back to that list here that we have of Korean, just to finish this up. Okay, so awareness campaigns. So starting to run like sponsored brands, right? If you're not running, you should be running those anyway, but sponsored brands, if you're going to run any, DSP, if you want to get more, if you want to get a pool of more people that are aware of your brand and then maybe coming to your listings, then you might set up consideration and awareness targeting. You could do that with sponsored display or DSP to reach more audiences so that you can just have a greater pool of people. The one thing to note, I think one is very dependent on your product, but the one thing to note obviously is as you move up the funnel in your targeting, you reach a wider group of people, a broader audience, but it's not necessarily somebody who is looking to buy the product today. So it's just a balance based on your own goals in terms of, how to approach it. Posts at Amazon Live, those are
I just
yeah,
wanted to add
yes,
something to that awareness campaign. If you're running DSP, you could use AMC audiences, for instance,
right.
right? And go after. Amazon has this solutions for AMC, which is very easy to create audiences. You could go, I was checking today for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, the solution, what it gives you, it says last 30 days audience, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months. And they had Prime Day. They didn't have Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
Mhm.
But just to give you an example, you can even go look at Prime Day audience and bring them and target the ones that who has purchased most because there are these filters there. Or create the audiences similar to them,
So
similar to
Mansoor,
where the people are.
this Prime Day audience, is it people who visited your brand on Prime Day, or is this just like Amazon's audience of who are people who shop and buy on Prime Day?
They are the audiences that here I'm checking to see. They are no, they are showing your audience, which is high value customers who purchase from you, new to brand customers, or customers who didn't they weren't exposed to the ads, but they purchase. So
Got
that's
it.
for your audience. It is good to
Got it.
target them with the
With deals.
TFB, and if you have access, because there's this new AMC targeting for sponsored product, which is great. We are
Right.
trying to see where we have access. But with that, if you create and if you have access to AMC, you can create audiences, push it to sponsored product. It's going to show up in sponsored product campaigns, increase the bid for those audiences. And based on how valuable those audiences are or the segments that you have, you could
Right.
say, okay, let's go after these.
Right.
At the end, the idea is that you need to bring awareness, especially if you have a higher end product, the price is higher. You want to build that awareness so they are aware of what's coming during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You have them.
Which Mansoor, it brings me to an interesting point, not necessarily on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but I think what's going to be coming, and we'll probably see more and more in 2025, is that in sponsored products, you will have the ability to optimize your bids based on the audience, right? Because we're seeing Amazon roll this out with business customers. You can target them and show up in top of search, AMC. And so I'm looking forward to when, you can target to people who are not your customers, right? If you're a CPG brand and you want only new to brand, right? Or like all these types of targeting and more specific type of audiences that are going to repeat customers, all the specific type of audiences that you're gonna have the ability to show up for with advertising, which will make advertising better and more complex at the same time. So it seems to be the way it's going. Amir says we sell high ticket items. Minimum 20% off is not feasible. Is there any consideration for such products? Oh, you can add a regular coupon in that case to the product. Also, one thing you may want to consider is if you have a high ticket price, you might want to test a $1 off coupon instead of a percentage off coupon, because if you're giving like $30, $40, right? If it's like, if you're selling a $500 product or, $400 product, $40, $50 looks like a good discount, even though it's.
And that's a good call out.
So I would do that if, and then hopefully that means your competition is not also running those kind of deals if it's, not feasible in your niche to give, if the margins are particularly kind of thinner in your niche. Okay, let's go to during, we did the prep, we're ready. What are we doing during Black Friday, Cyber Monday? So we spoke already about competitive discounts. I think what we see across the board is 20, 25%. I think, that 40% off, 50% off, I think you would only do that for a couple reasons. Maybe you have very high margins, beauty supplements, or you really want to acquire new customers. You have a consumable product and you want to be aggressive in acquiring new customers, or maybe you need to move inventory. It's another reason, you have the storage fees that are high during fourth quarter. You're going to get stuck with inventory. This is definitely a great opportunity if you want to move inventory. And also one thing to consider when I think about discounting, when I think about discounting on Amazon, I think about ultimately where and who do I want to give my money to? Because one option you have is to, spend money on ads, and without a discount, you might have a certain conversion rate. And with the discount, you're probably going to have higher conversion rate. And ultimately, if my main goal is to just get more product in the hands of my customers, I'd rather give the discount and give more money to Amazon ads, right? I want to get the product in the hands of customers. I want to get reviews. I want to get ranking, So, I think the other sort of consideration for more competitive discounts is if you have newer products, you really want to drive the reviews. November and December is your best opportunity to do that. And sometimes you're really just doing that to get yourself in position for a future date. So for example, let's say in October, I launched a outdoor backyard game. Okay. My entire goal with this product starting in October is to get to the point where in March, I have 500 reviews, I have 1,000 reviews, whatever it is, right? So that I put myself in a position for the season that's coming up, March, April, May, June, for that particular product. And so I may choose to just be very aggressive in my November, December with that audience that where there's so much more traffic on Amazon, so that I can get more sales, more reviews, ranking, and put myself in a position to then make money in the spring. So it's kind of how we think about, discounts. I don't know, Mansoor, anything else on the discounting part?
No, pretty much everything you covered.
Okay, let's talk about budgets. What's general kind of recommendations around budgets? It's Thursday, tomorrow's Black Friday. What am I doing? What am I doing with my budgets?
So first of all, you're flexible with your budget. Nothing is strict, but
Right.
What we usually do historically, based on data we see, as Leon mentioned, we see higher sales on Black Friday, lower sales in Cyber Monday compared to Black Friday, but even the weekend sees higher traffic. So our approach is that we increase our ad spend for 150% for Black Friday, meaning we go to 2.5x of the budget as a total, so increase 150%. For the weekend,
150, that'll be 250%, no?
150% increase, which is 2.x, right?
Right.
As a
Okay.
whole,
Right.
1.5x increase compared to original.
Got it.
For weekend, we increase our budget 50%. And then Cyber Monday, because on the weekend, as I mentioned, we don't have the same traffic, but
Right.
still sales are up compared to pre-Black Friday.
Really, we're lowering, right, 50% of the Thursday budget, let's say, right, or whatever. So we're
Right.
lowering the budget over the weekend.
Oh, great. Yes, that could be confusing. So
Yeah.
everything I'm saying is compared to your original budget before increasing. So Black Friday, under 50% increase. During this weekend between Black Friday and Cyber Monday, compared to original price, we go 50% increase, meaning we are going down compared to Black Friday. And Cyber Monday, the increased budget, which is 100% extra regarding your original budget. But these numbers are not fixed, right? During what our team does is that during these events, they are consistently monitoring. And if we are getting out of budget and they have deals, if we feel like we can generate more sales, we increase the budget. For us, we get permission from our clients to make sure. That's why for all of our clients, we are saying that we are here, we are monitoring, but please either be available or give us that threshold that to how much they have this permission to increase budget if we go out of budget. That is why we are monitoring, but these are the numbers we are doing. And even if you don't have deal, I would recommend to have the same increase, because at the end of the day, traffic is higher. Your
Right.
conversion rates will be lower as well. So maybe you don't want to go as high as if you have deals, but still
Right.
increase your budget because the traffic is there and you will see.
Right. And people are in shopping mode. And I think to some extent, like the higher the price of the product, maybe the more important it is to have a deal, because like some people might be waiting, right? If you're going to spend 200, 300, 400, 500, like on a product, you might be waiting for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So you're going to be looking for a deal, but maybe you sell an accessory to that $250 product. That's $20. The deal, or yeah, people want the deal, but like it's not as crucial, right? If you gave 20% off, it's like $3, $4. It's not as impactful, and you'll definitely sell more over the weekend. But we find typically when people are running deals, they might make 2x up to 10x in terms of their sales. And when they're not running deals, yeah, maybe they'll do 2x of a regular day, etc. You're just gonna have a lower lift if you're not running deals. Justice is asking a question. He launched a product and he's spending some money and he's not getting sales. What's wrong? It's a good question. First, just asking the question is good. My feeling is, one, you say the item price is very competitive. I think then you need to look at that, right? What's the difference between you and other people? It may not be enough of a discount to get people to buy if you don't have reviews and people around you have 1,000 reviews. And also, have Vine reviews come in yet? And have Vine reviews come in yet? And are they positive, right? So you want to wait for that. I have my kids at home. If you're hearing noise, my son has an ear infection and he's having a lot of fun apparently, but hopefully we'll can get him to stop. My wife is currently working on it, if what I hear. Okay. So let's talk about using all types of ads.
Right. So yeah, I'll go over that. For ads, of course, if you are having a good deals, you are having a good offer, you want to make sure you are visible everywhere you can, right? So make sure you're going after sponsored product, sponsored display, sponsored brand, headline ads, video ads. You want to be as visible as possible for all deals that you are offering, especially sponsored brands and sponsored brand video and display, because now you could run all these traffic with all of them to your store. It's a good way to run those campaigns, making sure you directing traffic to your store. As you mentioned, have a dedicated deals page, have that widget, so customers could see you have other products on deal as well, and you can increase average order value. And something that I wanted to mention on top of this is the keywords. A good place that you could look into, because there are some keywords that might be event related. Go back to, for instance, with brand analytics. Go back in time, go to the week of or day even of the previous Black Friday, Cyber Monday, see what was popular from search query performance. Even you could do that for your own brand. You can go back in time. Just make sure you're doing it a month or 2 months before, because as you get closer to the event, you might not be able to see the previous one, because search query performance shows, I don't remember, it's 12 months or less than 12 months. But the point being is that you could use those tools to go back in time and find the keywords that you might not think of, but these are the event-related terms that customers are looking for and you want to be there, or even gift-related. The only thing I would mention about gift-related or very generic keywords, don't try to be very aggressive with high bid. Target them with separate campaigns, but try to have it lower even than suggested bid, because for those keywords, no matter what your conversion rate for the product is, for those keywords, the intent is less. They are customers exploring. So bring the conversion rate is low. You need many clicks to generate sales. The solution for this to be profitable with those is that your bid is low, your cost per click is low.
And yeah, it's a great call out to put that in a separate campaign with a separate budget. You don't want to just add those keywords to one of your regular campaigns because you don't know how well they're going to perform. And yeah, like Mansoor said, it's very broad based. So you don't know how well those kind of gifting keywords are going to work. And one of the things also we spoke a little bit before about images is also images. We spoke about your listing and your storefront, but images for your creative for your ads, right, is something you can update also for sponsored brand, sponsored display. You can have custom images, and if you're running DSP, where you're also featuring kind of like holiday messaging and also images. And Mansoor, going back to the messaging, what are some things that you are allowed? Because there you can't say great Prime Day deal, right, or something like in your sponsored brand messaging. But what can you say, for example, in kind of promotional messaging within sponsored display and sponsored brand?
So yes, that's a great call out that you gotta change your creative, try to adjust it with the event.
Yeah,
Also, your promotional messaging. No, you can say great, but
right.
I'm looking at here actually. For instance, you can say better price. You can say lower price. You can say lowest price.
Or
What
best
you
price,
could
or
do, best price. You could say excellent price. It is possible. You
right,
could say good price, low price. You can't use comparative pricing. That is not allowed. But if you are just saying that in a subjective, for generic subjective pricing, you could use that. That is one thing that you could bring in your promotion in the messaging. Or you can even mention Black Friday, Cyber Monday. It's just anytime you have deals, you could use that. You just want to make sure that you are not misleading the customers. If you have a deal, you got to
right,
use that. So customers, when they go to
right.
to whatever landing page it is, that landing page should have the deal. And let me know in the comments. There is one page that I can send you guys what type of messaging you could send, or we could post it later in the LinkedIn. What type of messaging you could use? Sorry, what's yeah?
Yeah, Mansoor, you can say also like save on toys for kids or whatever. Save, right, save on.
Right.
Can you say the discount percentage that you're running within the ad, like save 20% on, or can you not mention that percentage amount?
I, I can't remember that, but actually I'm reading right now. So I don't think you can name the percentage because generally for ad policy, we don't have it.
Right,
But for even for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you have a different set of policies as well. So
right,
I can't confirm that.
right. But I think you can say, save on gifts for mom, and then try.
Yes, you could that.
Um,
For instance, you can say promotion messaging like something special is coming. The countdown is on. These are the stuff that you can't bring it
right,
in the messaging. Or you could say it is Black Friday week. Like this is something that you can use it in your promotion or unmissable Black Friday deals. This is something that you could use. They are very specific. There's a link I could send later on.
question from YouTube. What to do with keyword rankings? How to use them? Like when we see from a keyword tracker that data, how much changes in bid from both perspectives when we are ranking and we are not ranking. So actually, this is a question that I think your answer would be the same throughout the year, right? Like, how do you treat keywords that you're ranking well on versus keywords you're not ranking well in general? And then, perhaps over this weekend.
So the question was if you're ranking versus not ranking, how to change the bid.
Yeah, like what should you do? I'm ranking number 4 for a keyword.
Right.
What am
I
I
think
writing anything different, for that particular keyword?
good name, Mr. or Mrs. Legend.
Yeah.
If yeah, like if I want to think logically what you do, and if you are using, let's say, a rule-based tool that has the ranking in it, and you can adjust your bid based on ranking, I would say, imagine, assume you have a good offer and you're number one organically, number two, number three. Since customers looking for an offer, they're going to search, they're going to see top products. They're not probably, for sure, they will see your offer as well. And in that case, you might think that, what if I don't put my ads up there and just lower the bid so they see my organic results. Versus if you are not organically ranked, there's no way for customers to find your offer, right? Because you are not on the top. So you have to push for those keywords that you are not organically ranking, which is a good call out. If you don't have organic ranking and you have a good offer, go ahead, increase your bid. In terms of the good ranking ones, to be honest, for the deal, for the events, we haven't tested, and it is very scary to test because it's just few days, your best days. You don't want to test and see if you lower your bids for organic rank ones, how the sales would look like. It is something that you could test if you want. I think you can see the result, the same results, but it could be very difficult to and scary to test for Black Friday or trying the Cyber Monday to test for these lower bids during the event that you have traffic.
Right. And Brian says, just to confirm, you can use messaging in the store, Black Friday, Cyber Monday?
Yes, you could use the messaging, Brian, if you have a deal for all the products that you are putting up there. If they have deal, you could use that. And I was reading this directly from Amazon page. Yes, you could do that. I'm gonna post this link here in the chat.
Okay, let's go to post Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So, okay, what do you want to do? You know, you had all these sales, you had all this traffic, but you also had people that visited your listings that never purchased, right? Or they meant to purchase, they added to cart, they didn't get around to buying the product. So how do you take advantage of that, of those, you know, potential sales and audiences?
And this is actually opposite to maybe many brands would do, is that after Black Friday, Cyber Monday, they lower the budget, they don't have any promotions, but you would say that, no, actually, if you could, and if you can afford, extend your promotions, even not maybe the same amount, 25%, but what if you go with 10 to 15%? Because the reality is that some people might miss it. It might look strange that even like for me has happened that I missed Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So there are customers that they want to come and purchase, they realize late that, oh, they missed it. So you want to grab the attention of those customers to get your conversion rates will be higher compared to all the other competitors. Even we usually see the conversion rate after Black Friday, Cyber Monday goes down. Imagine
Right.
if you have a deal, for sure you will outperform your competitors and bring that conversion rate up. I would recommend to run deals after as well.
Yeah, and you want to keep those retargeting ads going. These are now ads that are going to show up for everybody who visited your listing and didn't purchase.
And not also just re-engagement, but sponsor if you're running DSP, right? And all of the customers that either purchased or they viewed or
Right.
so you could retarget them or remarket them and also cross-sell to those customers. On top of that, make sure that you are using brand tailored promotion, because as you know, brand tailored promotion also there are segments that
Right.
are related to people who added to cart, didn't purchase, people who have recently viewed, or the pool is higher. So you want to make sure that you are giving something, incentivizing them, and you are tracking them after the event to generate more sales, cross sell. Amazon has this segment for complementary products, selling complementary products
Right.
under brand tailored promotion. So put your product, Amazon is going to show your complementary product to a customer who purchased another product. Those are the things that you could use after the deal, after
Right.
the event.
You want to also obviously update your content. If you added things like save 20%, you know, you're going to want to change those sponsored brand ads, right? Go back to messaging. You still have holiday, so, you know, I don't think you need to change any of your images, things like that, until maybe, you know, January. But yeah, if you made a deals page and you're not going to have much deals, right? Like you want to change up your storefront back. With things like the storefront, Amazon allows you to have like a second version of the storefront. So you could go back, or you could, you know, just make some small changes and continue to leave all the holiday type images, etc. that you've
I want to correct something here, Brian. No, I misunderstood what you meant. In the messaging, you can use Black Friday, Cyber Monday. In the store, I'm not sure. I don't think you could use Black Friday, Cyber Monday in your store. In the promotional messaging, yes, you could use it. But about the store, I'm not sure. I don't think you could use that in your store.
Got it. Okay, great. So I think that pretty much we're getting up to the hour mark here. If there's any other questions, we do have this TikTok guide. You can scan this to take a screenshot and then scan it with your phone, or go to this QR code to get a. We did a breakdown of a brand that's been growing pretty fast on Amazon, a lot through their TikTok strategy. And so if you want to get that download to learn exactly what they've done on TikTok, you can scan that and get that breakdown that we did. If you're looking for an audit of your brand or like a growth plan that we'll put together for your brand, we'd be happy to do that. And you can reach out to us through our website, and we're happy to do an audit of your brand. Or if you just have any questions relating to scaling your business on Amazon, on Walmart, feel free to reach out to us. And yeah, if there's any other questions, you can also post it if you're watching this on the replay. Feel free to post on this thread, and we'll come back here and we'll look at questions that are here. Thanks so much for joining. The questions. Thank you, Mansoor, for joining and being here for this. This was, I think, packed with insights.
Yeah,
Brian,
one question.
yeah, to answer your question, Brian Lee, is TikTok only for low ticket items? No, I have a post on my LinkedIn just this week talking about how Dyson is now on there and they're selling, almost $1,000 vacuum cleaner. So the answer is no, and that's going to change over time. People are going to start searching a lot more, I think, in TikTok, and it's not just going to be for low priced items. But thank you, everybody, for.
Thank you, everyone.
We'll see you on the next webinar.
Bye.
Yep.